From South Putnam High School, we welcome you on the ISC Sports Network to a Western Indiana Conference rivalry, a Putnam County rivalry. Two teams are separated by all of 5.4 miles. Cloverdale and South Putt. Thanks for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. Today's game, a service of Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. Alongside Jan Bozier, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Jan, good to be with you and good to be here, a place that our cameras come on a regular basis. You and I get here every once in a while. We expect a good ball game tonight.
Yeah, we really do. Both teams look for some identity here, getting things going. Don't be deceived by these records, 1-3. While certainly that is their record. South Putnam, if you look at these three losses, Greg, 7 points or less. So there's some things that can get better and will, and they talked about a lot of football players still trying to get involved. On the other side, Cloverdale, look who they played, 5-1, 3-1, 5-1, really good schedule, and their offense is now averaging 60 points. They get the defense come around, real positives for both these teams.
It's a Cloverdale program that obviously had a very high period with Cooper Neeson, Jalen Moore. Since that time, you know, kind of some around 500 seasons, kind of fell off a cliff the last couple of years. 2-22 the record each of the last two seasons. They feel they are much better. Joey Hart, now the head coach at Cloverdale. He is now in his 26th season. Of course, his most successful run at Linton Stockton. There's optimism in the Cloverdale program.
Well, you can't help to have optimism when, A, you've got a coach of his experience and success level bringing all that to Cloverdale, has a couple of young sons coming up through the ranks too. So I think the future has a lot of bright in it for the Clovers.
For South Putnam, they're simply hoping the winning mentality carries over. They made the football semi-state, which is why they didn't start their season until a couple of weeks ago, December the 6th. But of the 10-player rotation head coach Josh Etridge wants to use, 7 of them are football kids.
That's the world I come from. I tell you, you play football, you play basketball, you ran track, all those in these smaller schools are the athletes. They'll come around, but if you've ever played football, then have to switch to basketball, those legs take a little while to adjust.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with starting lineups and keys to this game before we tip this one off. South Putnam and Cloverdale. Thanks for joining us. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
God, there you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That is Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!
Starting lineups about to be introduced for the Cloverdale Clovers. Let's get them to you now. Jahaven Duncan. Again, the bar is set pretty high in the history of Cloverdale basketball. It'll be a big-time score. Jahaven gets your attention, 21.5 points a game. And how about Ishmael Kateka? He is a 6'8 freshman, one of 3 freshmen you'll see in the lineup for Coach Hart. Trey Schabel, Levi Johnson, and Toby Hart, one of the twin sons of Coach Hart that play on this team. Again, Jan talked about it. They opened the season being a pretty good Greencastle team by 13, have lost their last 3, Edgewood, Southmont, Indian Creek. Again, there is optimism in the program. It has been a really rough couple of years, but they think brighter days are ahead for the Clovers.
Yeah, and I watched film on them again today. They're shooting the ball a little better, and I talked about averaging 60. Now what they got to work is their toughness. Get that defensive down, give themselves a chance.
Yeah, offense 61, much better. Defense 70.
That's a problem.
That's been the problem in a 32-minute game so far for the Clovers of Cloverdale. Now let's get to the Eagles of South Putnam. Again, their leading scorer is Isaac Garner at 13.5 points a game. Wyatt Switzer, their second leading scorer, will come off the bench. Rounding out their starting 5, Khalil Jefferson, Ty Benton, Cam Bozell, and Wyatt Mullen. Again, it is a mix of seniors and sophomores for the Eagles. Last year, South Putnam 7-16, 1-9 in league play. Our cameras were there for their first one of the season, first game of the season. They tied it late and had a chance to win it late, won it in overtime. Did South Putnam on the road, and as you touched on, close losses, Brown County, Greencastle, and Marshall of Illinois. That Marshall, Illinois game was kind of a showcase game played at South Vermilion on Saturday. So both these teams, quick turnarounds after playing over the weekend. And for South Putnam, this is their third game in 5 days. Let's see if that makes the keys to the game. Jan, what do you have?
Well, first of all, when you're not shooting the ball well, but things are going right, just play hard. You get a lot of forgiveness by coaches and a shot to win if you'll just play hard. Get in the comfort zone. Good shot selection. When you're not shooting the ball well and they're not from three-point or from the free throw line, neither team, shot selection choose. And then Tanane, I think this thing has a real shot to be close, Greg. When it's close, got to hit the free throws.
So with that, we are ready to go. First of a couple of trips to this building for us this year, back in January, when Cascade is here for a Tuesday night contest as well. Looks like maybe one slight adjustment in terms of the starting lineup. Looks like Switzer in, and Benton will come off the bench for South Putnam tonight. Jan, final thoughts before this one goes live.
Listen, I think it's going to be a good ball game. Both these coaches are optimistic that now they're in game 4, game 5, that it's time to really pick up the defensive side. And I think they're both optimistic they can get a win here tonight.
This has always been a rivalry game, always will be a rivalry game. That will extend even further coming up, and that is because of the fact that these two will be in the same league with each other going forward. Again, North Putnam and Greencastle will be going in a different direction. They are going to be part of the Monon Athletic Conference after this year.
I'm not sure what we're discussing here,
We're
but both officials.
we're being asked to move a camera as well.
Well, that's on us then.
Exactly. So that's the reason that that is taking place. So, hence the delay before tip-off.
How are we going to get these dunks if they move and clear back in the hallway?
We'll be okay. We'll figure it.
I think we're ready.
Yep.
Good JV game.
Yes, it was.
Came down the wire. Listen, you know, all that excitement, all that kind of crowd involvement kind of rolls over. Little OT and JV. Always when you play these games, Greg, especially when you're struggling a little bit, it's true whether you're struggling or not, get off to a good start. Get comfortable. Get your shot going early. And the quicker you can do that, especially if you're a visiting team, take the crowd out, the more you like it. If you're South Putnam, get the crowd involved. Really good start.
So after a slight delay, we are ready to go. Jefferson will jump at center. Katetka has the honors for Cloverdale. Now we had a whistle malfunction.
I think his string broke. That's not good. Or come undone. I think it just come undone maybe. Now we're ready.
We'll re-tip that. Now we can get started.
There we go.
And there was much rejoicing. Wyatt Mullen tracks it down for South Putnam. 2-3 zone to start this game for Cloverdale. And if there is one difference in these teams, Jan, South Putnam will probably play 9 Cloverdale wants to keep this to 6 or 7 in terms of their rotation, if possible.
Yeah, and what they'll want to do is obviously need to stay out of foul trouble.
Steps called. So it's a Cloverdale team that so far is averaging just shy of 14 turnovers a game. South Putnam right at 13.
Well, Cloverdale's in this zone, and in order to stay in it, you got to keep this game close. You can't let this thing get out of hand because that pulls you out of the defense you want to play.
Deep three does not go. Both these teams have struggled mightily from three-point range so far this season. Both teams shooting low 20s from three-point range. That's not from three-point range. That one does not go. That's Wyatt Switzer, who is the second leading scorer at 10.5 points, but also the leading rebounder at 8 rebounds a game. The drive to Kateka. Love Cloverdale sharing the basketball, but that might have been a bit of an overpass that time.
I think he had that, but Kateka 6'8", you can see the thought process.
Second Cloverdale turnover. Line drive, 3 is good from Cam Bozell. That would have been good from a basement, and he got it to go.
Yeah, good shot by him. He only averages 6. That's a good start.
So 3-0 is the score. Foul call. Should be on the way up for Jahaven Duncan. Duncan has shot more free throws for the Clovers than the rest of his teammates combined so far this year.
Well, that's obviously a coach that knows how to try to create some offense. If you're not shooting from outside very well, obviously the more you can get to the free throw line, even though they're not shooting as well there, still that's a place you want to be. If you're not shooting from outside, the more you can get there.
A little conversation whether that should be on the way up or whether that was on the floor. And I think the right call was made, shooting too. Yep. I thought he had gotten into his shooting form. And that's good. So Duncan, as we mentioned, 17 of 25 on the season from the line. His teammates had combined to shoot 22 free throws on the season.
Well, Cloverdale's shooting 66. While they certainly want to get that up in the mid-70s, it's going on the upward direction, and that's a good thing.
And other than the obvious in the 6'8 freshman, this is a relatively undersized group. It's all 6 foot and under around him. Good basket cut here by South Putnam. But again, Jefferson not used to seeing 6'8", but goes right at him and scores.
Yeah, Jefferson 6'5", averages a little under 10, but you got to like the way he took it right to the hoop.
9.5 points a game, 7 rebounds a game as well. So 2 baskets so far for the Eagles and a 5-2 advantage. Reference Cloverdale averaging 61 points a game, South Putnam 55. These two teams from a tempo pace want to kind of go in a similar direction.
The Eagles in a man-to-man, not a lot of movement right now by Cloverdale.
What you do not do is foul a three-point shooter. Duncan draws contact. Duncan goes back to the line to shoot 3. And Garner just picked up his second foul in 2.5 minutes again. Garner is the leading scorer for South Putnam this season. That one barely drew iron.
He shoots 68%. Sometimes these averages are a little misleading because you have some players within there who shoot a lot better than the team average. He's certainly one of those guys.
This Cloverdale starting 5, 2 seniors, 2 freshmen, and a sophomore. Duncan makes 2 of 3. He's 4 of 5 from the line. Looks like maybe a little box and 1 this time down, or triangle and 2 is what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Did not bother Blake Witt, who just checked in and got the basket.
Looked like a little more of a triangle and 2 to me.
Exactly what it was. A no pass possession, no problem. Duncan hits the triple. So we're tied at 7. Each team now with a made 3 so far in the game. Fight for the loose ball. Having a jump ball. And the arrow will point to Cloverdale. First South Putnam turnover.
And that's what I talk about when you talk about playing hard. Coaches want to see physicality, getting down, getting off the ball, getting on the ball. Those 50-50 balls, both teams getting after it. You got to do all those types of things when you're looking for a win.
Both these teams have double-up weekends this weekend. Cloverdale at Brown County, then hosting Riverton Park. South Putnam at West Vigo, then hosting Park Heritage. And those who know, Park Heritage is really good. Coach Shelsky has quickly built a winning program at that merger of Rockville and Turkey Run. Third Clover giveaway. Deep three, no. But tracked down by Mullen. Jefferson fouled on the drive, no shot. First foul called against the Clovers. This one goes against Toby Hart.
You know, we talk about the big 6'8" kid, but let's keep in mind he's just a freshman. So certainly he got a lot of learning to do, but man, what better education to get to learn while you're out there working.
Dustin Peck will check in. Dustin averaging 1.5 points and a rebound and a half a game. And Landon Bates would be up next, and that might be about it in terms of how deep the Clovers want to go into their rotation tonight. From the elbow, old school, love it. Jefferson, his second basket.
Jefferson, good-looking 6'5" player, good shot. We talked about shot selection. No better shot than right there at the elbow.
He's really the only junior that sees regular playing time for the Eagles. It's kind of a mix of seniors and sophomores. He came in as their third leading scorer at 9.5 points a game.
Great
good
pass.
Post pass.
Great pass.
Kateka, the art of the post pass, not lost in the Clovers.
No, and you throw that to the off shoulder. He made that look easy, and that's not that easy of a pass.
Short corner pass, finds its mark. Here's Mullen. Jefferson the catch, but quickly rifles it out.
Glover's saying, listen, you're going to beat us tonight. We're going to crowd this paint. You're going to hit from outside.
Lines up the three, no. Good inside position by the freshman.
Yep, really good box out. Fundamentals, Coach Hart, no better teacher than that guy right there for the fundamentals.
424 wins, hand check foul against Blake Witt. Be his first foul and team foul number 3. And Joey at Linton Stockton, Shakamak, and I mentioned Turkey Run, he was there too. Joey played at Coastal Carolina University. Got to play against Michigan in the Fab Five in the NCAA tournament back in the day. Waiting on Jefferson to relace his shoe. Hence the momentary delay. This Cloverdale team had Saturday off. That was not the case for South Putnam. Both teams in even 1-3 on the season, and both teams have been very busy in Western Indiana Conference play. Both teams have played 3 of 4 games in league already. Just trying to free up Duncan offensively when they can. Duncan, ball batted right back to him, but deemed to have taken steps.
Well, right now the Clovers have nobody moving backside at all, so the pressure's on the guards because there's nowhere to throw the ball. They got to get some backside movement.
4th Cloverdale turnover. It has not come back to bite him just yet. We saw one possession of triangle and 2. It's kind of a loose 2-3, and there is Ty Benton. Again, we thought might be in the starting lineup tonight. Benton on the season, 7 points and 2.5 rebounds a game. Benton just a sophomore.
Yeah, but he's got a nice looking shot. That's a couple now from the elbow he's made.
Jump shot does not go for Duncan.
Eagles doing a really good job being patient, Greg. Gets his zone.
Turn off the window, left it short. With a long rebound corralled by Switzer. That time Witt had it knocked away as he was going up, but then tracks it down. And on the arm, and Blake Witt will shoot 2.
Switzer hanging in there, not real tall. 6'1", kind of fell out of his hand, stayed with it though, got a foul.
And again, Switzer, their leading rebounder at 8 1/3 boards a game. Now, free throw has been a bit of a problem for the Eagles so far. 55% from the line. Missed that one. And everything on the South Putnam group pretty balanced. Leading score at 13 points. Witt makes one of two. One of four different South Putnam players to score. I think Joey Hart thought that Jefferson might have gotten the lane a bit early.
I think he had a case.
Yep. He started his spin move just a little early.
Can't do that.
Good backdoor cut. Score it.
See, now movement on the backside. I just talked to you about that, Greg. See, when you had a cutter backside, then the defense had to react. They can't stand. Good pass.
That was Shable on the basket. He averages 4.5 points a game. Or 13 a game, I should say, rather. And there is Jefferson off the bank.
Well, Jefferson's been impressive. They're moving and coming up to the elbow, and they've had 4 shots and made 3 out of 4 from the elbow.
Jefferson paces the Eagle attack with 6. Catch and shoot off the screen that nearly is banked in, and Kateka with the push in the back will be called for the foul.
I like the fact that Cloverdale had a high ball screen that time, got their guard loose. Listen, you got to shoot that shot sometimes in the offense. You got to make that defense respect the fact that you are at times going to look for that three-point shot. Wasn't a bad shot, just didn't fall.
Parker Harris in for the first time and Drew Klein in for the first time. So as advertised, you see 9 in the first 7 minutes. Now a little extended half-court trap, which didn't bother South Putnam a bit, but the quick shot by Benton doesn't go down.
Yeah, I thought so too. You want to really get a good shot there.
Good take to the basket by Duncan.
See, then you turn around and that allows Cloverdale to come right back and score.
Again, Duncan, Kateka, and Shable combined to average basically 50 of the 61 that Cloverdale scored. I mean, all their points have come from 6 players. Little lefty shot does not go, and foul before the shot from behind. That'll be Peck that gets whistled. It'll be his first foul and team foul number 4. So no free throws yet underneath out of bounds to South Putnam.
Harris being active, number 13. Big young man crashing the boards a little bit.
Just inside the three-point line.
Cloverdale missed the checkout. They may get it back here.
But Duncan wins the foot race. Clean strip, and it's saved. Still in play. Opportunity for the Clovers goes by the wayside. Wing 3 left short. Inside position. I think Kateka does a good job of just holding his ground. Baseline corner 3 does not go.
Good rebound.
Good rebound, foul called.
Really good rebound. You can see a future in front of this young man. Where he's playing around the rim's really good.
Already 6'8".
Good hands, keeps his arms up. That's the good thing about tall guys is keep your arms up, play above your head. See the hands? Plays up high. That's where you want a big young man to play.
Missed that one. From the line, 3 of 5 on the season. So it is a busy holiday slate for Cloverdale because annually they play in the Wabash Valley Classic. This one is good. That is the 16-team event.
That's good play right here. Take him out so he didn't get another foul with 3.2 on.
Clock is on your screen. Shots up in time, just off target from Blake Witt. But an evenly played opening quarter as reflected by the score. Clovers 14, South Putnam 14. We're back in 30 seconds on ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
So 9 for Jahaven Duncan to lead Cloverdale, 6 for Khalil Jefferson to lead South Putnam, and we are tied at 14. 3 minutes of play in this game has been virtually even as we expected.
Yeah, on paper, that's kind of what we thought, and they didn't disappoint. I thought 14 for first quarter, not too bad. Both teams played hard. Talked about that. They got on the floor. The rebounding was good. Not a lot of turnover. So I thought, really, both teams played a really good first quarter of play.
Of note for South Putnam, Isaac Garner with 2 fouls in the opening 2.5 minutes. You see Josh Estridge on the sideline, second season as the head coach at South Putnam. Again, won 7 games a year ago. South Putnam has won the last 4 against Cloverdale. These two teams usually play twice a year because they see each other in the Putnam County Classic. Takes place at Greencastle, the McAnally Center, every year, usually in mid-February, pretty late in terms as county tournaments go. And steps called.
Both teams around the 13, 14 turnover per game. I thought the first quarter was relatively clean. Don't want to start out that way.
Hart will check back in. Peck will have his seat. We saw Landon Bates play for 3 seconds in the opening quarter. Went right back to the bench, the 6'2 senior. Duncan forces the issue. Zeka goes and tracks it down. Loose ball, touched last by Harris.
Now see, that time he brought the ball down. That's what we talk about with big guys. Don't bring that ball down. When you do, that's what happens. It gets stripped away. But if he keeps it up high, look at the replay. See, he brought the ball down, that gets stripped. Keep that ball up. You'll learn. Just go straight back up with it.
On the attack, good take to the basket, just missed it. Shot taken and missed by Levi Johnson. Levi, a 5'10 senior. Tough pass. Extra pass led to a look that got turned down. And again, 6'3 on 6'8.
Yeah, and he keeps his hands straight up. That way you can't get a foul called. You keep your hands straight up. You come down, you may get that cheap foul, and you don't want it.
Top of the key
There
three. Splashed home by Duncan.
Really good ball movement that time by the Clovers. I like that young man right there. He's come to play, Duncan.
His second made 3. He's got 12 of the Cloverdale 17. That ball taken away by the Clovers. Good recognition. Hart left hand, no. Jump ball. And the arrow will stay.
Oh, Coach Hart. Listen, in a game like this with the Temple, you don't get a lot of free ones. Man, you sure want them when you get an opportunity to get them.
So Bates will check back in for the Clovers. Obviously, Cloverdale gets much smaller when that is the case. And steps called.
Can't do that.
5th turnover, but first in the last few minutes for Cloverdale. They had some early ones. Clover fans, next time we'll see your team. It'll be January 23rd against North Putnam. And that shot is good.
Really good look. Nice pass in the quarter, at his feet square, shoulder square, stroked it. Good shot.
So tied at 17. Duncan on the drive. Jefferson got him on the arm, and Duncan gets the bucket.
Coach Hart playing a little offense-defense now with this big guy.
Duncan on the drive, and good job by our camera crew to show you that one.
I think he's just trying to get him a little bit of rest now and then, keep him as fresh as possible, because he's got to be in there. He just does.
Duncan now 5 of 6 from the line. Thank you to Chase Eisnagel, David Kahn, Becca Kelly, Dalton Cox, and Vince Morella as our crew tonight here at South Putnam. We made a well-worn path to Greencastle in the last month. Drive, and there's Kateka again that gets the block. And Duncan out there with the loose ball.
For a freshman, a decent little rim protector there. Doing a good job of not getting fouls in there.
So foul called against Switzer, which will be his second foul. Take a look.
Yeah, see the hand straight up? That's what you want big guys to do. Big guys get in trouble when you're hitting those arms and coming down with them. Doing a really good job keeping his hands straight up, and just, he's tall enough, Greg, good length to just deflect things and tip them.
Reference being here in Putnam County on a regular basis, not just our games for Endeavor Communications, but here for the Monon Bell Classic, literally a month and a day ago.
Yeah.
A couple of Division III playoff games for the Tigers as well, which means our guys knew the path to Marvin's for garlic cheeseburgers.
That's a rumor I heard.
Yep.
I did not know that. That is a rumor.
We could almost smell them through the talkback channel.
If I'm Clovers right here, I'm in no hurry. 5:27, you got a little lead here. Get your absolute best shot you can.
High-low.
Pretty pass.
Well done.
Absolutely pretty. Listen, they made it the opponent play some defense. Nobody wants to play defense forever. Then make a good pass and connect.
Ishmael's averaging 15 points, 13 rebounds a game. But at the other end, Jefferson goes right at him, draws contact and gets the bucket.
Who did they get here with the foul?
Duncan on the reach.
Goes on Duncan. That's his first. Didn't know. Thought they could have called it either way. Little body there. Not a bad call.
Kentucky averaging 3 blocks a game. You can easily see that as well.
Yep.
Jefferson, which is 3 of 7 from the line.
Well, you keep calling his name on both sides of the ball here. He's been involved. You got to like it.
This has been an old school basketball game.
It has. I like it.
Talking about the post players more than anything else.
Yeah, I like it. You don't see a lot of post emphasis anymore.
A player that inadvertently got popped in the face. And we're going to stop. Yep. Shable, again, just got inadvertently kind of hit right in the chops as he was trying to work through a screen. Maybe even a bit of a bloody nose. So it'll be side out of bounds here for Cloverdale.
Well, we need another player if that's the case. Here we go.
And just kind of as Kentucky was setting that screen. Good job by our cameras to catch that. Just kind of in the wash. Kind of got brushed right in the.
Anything around the nose is never comfortable. It's just not.
She'll be back in momentarily. Trainer from South Putnam come over to take a look, make sure there's no bleeding.
And we talked about this last half court. This is where you really want it. That's not a bad shot. He's got to shoot that one. That's a shot he can shoot any day of the week.
Good attack. Just missed it. A good rebound by Peck, who just checked in. And a little separating these two teams so far. Hart catch and shoot 3, not that time. And Jefferson goes and gets it. And he's averaging 7 boards a contest of his own right. Trailer 3 for South Putnam does not go. Teka does just enough to.
Yes, he did. Didn't have to do it. Sometimes you have to do a lot. He did just enough to your point, Greg, that he knocked it loose.
Duncan wants a ball screen to go to work. And timeout going to be called by Coach Hart. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. All of our 30-second timeouts tonight brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary old internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, fiber-based service is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory.
I thought you said it really well. It feels like old school. It just does the game where you know it's going to be around 45 to 50, a play here, play there. I think both teams are playing hard. I think that's what you got to do. Been really fun so far.
So first timeout taken by either side. That allowed Shable to check back in as well. And 8 players play for the varsity and don't dress on the JV. It's been a rotation of 7. That shot does not go. Shable just check back in. Rebound. Pulled down by Bozell.
Everything but fall through.
Jefferson, right idea. Tried to use that rim, give a little protection there, but couldn't get it to go. Step back 3. That one misses.
Yeah, really never had his feet set that time. Both teams now getting a little more comfortable shooting from outside. Pretty conservative early. Now the shots are coming from outside. There you go. I'm telling you, Greg.
Well, comfortable, yes.
Not hitting.
Accurate, not so much.
That's
Comfortable, maybe.
Comfortable shooting, not comfortable in the fact of comfortable in the offense. I'm sure both teams would prefer to get a little better shot.
The two teams, 21 and 22% from three-point range in the season. Jefferson almost playing the role of free safety that time to knock that ball away. It's tied at 14 at the end of the opening stanza. It's been all zone from Cloverdale. It's been all man so far from South Putnam.
Well, and they're pacing the game so they can stay in that zone too. With the lead, you can play zone all day long.
Now trying to direct traffic was Schabel. Poked away by the Eagles. Working his way down, and Schabel got the block. Fight for the loose ball, and a foul going to be called against Hart. Sixth Cloverdale turnover.
Coach Hart not real excited about talking and dribbling at the same time. A lot of coaching going on. He's into it. I'm telling you, he's into it.
Of course, he has led teams on numerous occasions to Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
Yes, he has.
Catch and shoot three in the corner. That's good. And Bozell gets his second made three. He's at his average of 6 points before we get to halftime.
He's been to state, I think, 3 times, I want to say.
Correct. A little over 4 threes a game made by South Putnam. A little more than 5 for Cloverdale here in the early stages of the season. Duncan gets downhill. Good move.
Good move, yeah. Well, he's his coaching point because it really turned things around now a little bit. Now all of a sudden they just have a 1-point lead.
He's got 17. Good high-low. And good inside out. Another three does not go. Good, tough rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson just out-hustled that one.
Johnson, 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds a game.
South Putnam hanging in there, down just by 1 here. They're playing hard as well.
Schabel creates some space. Tough shots. His second field goal. And again, the big three have scored every point so far for Cloverdale. Almost a turnover. From the elbow, no. Fight for the loose ball. Bozell tracks it down. Good crisp ball movement by the Eagles. Just 2 turnovers so far for South Putnam, but they're getting 3-point looks. And everybody wearing black and green kind of says, whoa, what's the big fella trying to lead the break?
3-point lead for the Clovers. You want nothing but a last shot here.
It wasn't a groan, it was a breath of concern.
That's
He's
true.
going to find a guard, right? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
But he's played awfully well.
Yes, he has.
5 points for Ishmael far.
Let's see how the young team handles this last 20 seconds.
Both teams trying to snap a 3-game losing streak tonight.
Putnam's played a really good man-to-man. They've really pressured.
Duncan, jab step for a 3. No. Good weak side glass. Bozell in time, but only off 1 foot. Not much that Benton could get on it. At the break, it is Cloverdale 26, South Putnam 23. Clovers looking for their first win against the Eagles in the last 3 seasons. Halftime show comes away next as you're watching, presented by Endeavor Communications on ISC.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Jan, you get your duck?
I did not, but I wish I would have. $100 is what I would have got.
Closest to the bullseye gets it. It's numbered the whole 9 yards and everything. That's the halftime activity. The on-court activity before that has been awfully good. Cloverdale leading South Putnam 26-23 alongside Jan Bozier. Greg Rakestraw with you. Again, these are two teams that we've talked about. Hey, listen, the record's 1-3, but there's positive things happening for both programs. You saw that in the first 16 minutes.
You know what I like? I like the way they play. You know,
Yeah.
They're playing hard. They're not playing sloppy, just throwing the ball around like crazy. You know, I thought both defenses were active. Rebounding was solid. Not a lot of turnovers. A few more, I'm sure, than any coach would want. But overall, I think a pretty successful first half.
And I would say for South Putnam, in one sense, they feel good about the fact that, man, it got seriously quiet in here with the Chuck and Duck when to hear who the winner was going to be. But for South Putnam, their leading two scorers in the season didn't have a point in the first half. Both picked up 2 fouls. If that's the case and you're down by 3, if you're Josh Estridge, you'll take that.
Yeah, no doubt. And I thought their movement was pretty good. Made mention multiple times how they did that high-low, come up, cut right to that elbow, and got 4 or 5 shots right there by the free throw line.
And for Cloverdale, again, it is a shorter roster. They played 7. One of those guys didn't play that much in terms of Landon Bates. But the guys that need to deliver for them have. Duncan's got 17 of their 26. Kateka has 5 points, and frankly, had a much bigger impact on the game than that. Shable's got a couple of baskets as well. You can tell already in Game 5, the pieces are starting to fit under Coach Hart.
No question. The team's understanding who their scorers are, what you can be as a role player, the other things you have to do. And that just takes a little time, but you can see, to your point, things are slowly developing, really for both teams.
We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back, look at our first half highlights, and preview our schedule this week on the ISC Sports Network here at South Putnam. Clovers leading the Eagles 26-23. We're back in a moment. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on ISC.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Clover's back on the floor for half number 2. The Eagles of South Putnam will join them momentarily. Again, Greg Rakestraw, Jan Bowes are with you. Let's roll the first half highlights. As we do that, we'll go over scoring for you. Frankly, for Cloverdale, we've done it. 3 guys have scored all their points for South Putnam. Jefferson 9, Moselle 6, Benton 2, Witt 3, and another 3 made during the course of the game as well. 3 threes in total made by South Putnam. So far, 2 threes made in this game by Cloverdale, both those by Duncan. So that's the scoring in the half. So Jan, with that, let's kind of get to halftime messaging. The speech already been given by Coach Hart for the Clovers, what they need to focus on in half number 2.
I don't think they changed a whole lot, but I think let's start with South Putnam. I think they got to do a little bit better job of rebounding. I thought the Clovers did a little bit better in that first half. They got to match that a little bit. It's just going to take something small here or there to win this ball game. I think South Putnam, when they run their offense, got some good shots. I think it's going to come down to obviously 2 things. Rebounding and hitting free throws. It really did. From the get-go, you kind of felt old school. That's what it usually comes down to.
Again, Cloverdale have won just 2 games each of the last 2 seasons. South Putnam has had a bit more success, but it was a South Putnam team that went 1-9 in league play last year. Their only win was Cloverdale. So the second half may come down to who can learn how to win early in the season. Both teams trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. At the break, it is Cloverdale 26 and South Putnam 23. Eagles back on the floor. They'll have the basketball when we come back. As you're watching, presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
This week on the ISC Sports Network, other options this evening, Roncalli and Danville. In girls basketball, and Query and Schultz wrapping up for their typical Tuesday night performance. Our next batch of games on Friday night, Pike and Lawrence Central in doubleheader fashion. Our MyNDTV 23 lone game this week is Ben Davis and Warren Central coming up on Friday night. Then on Saturday, presented by Tipmont and Wintac, it is Harrison at Zionsville. All available all week long on ISCSportsNetwork.com and IHSAATV.org.
Well, you want to get off a good start. We always talk about that, but it's so important. Anything you can do in a close game to separate yourself, and sometimes, Greg, it doesn't take a lot. So anything you can do to get a couple, 2-possession lead, 1-possession lead, and do that early certainly is a feather in your cap here.
South Putnam to have the basketball. I want to thank Troy Burgess, the great athletic director, here for having us out. Off the window, score it. And how about getting your leading scorer off the schneid 10 seconds into the third quarter? Just isolation. Well, both coaches drawing something up out of the break. Easy to get to one side in your left hand when literally the other 4 guys are on the right side of the floor.
Well, but to your point, though, both coaches understand you can at times right out of the chute get some free baskets because everybody's not engaged.
Jefferson blocked again by Kateka, but goes and gets it. So Jefferson with 11. Jefferson, first player for South Putnam in double figures. Now Shable with the isolation. Hart and Johnson yet to make a bucket for the Clovers. Tough move. How about that? And the finish.
There you go.
Duncan already had his average with 14 minutes and change left to play and a chance to add to it from the line.
Well, he's one of the players on Cloverdale that continue to stay active all the time. You like players like that. The more active you are, especially on the offensive end, it makes that defense hard, makes it harder for them to guard you.
Duncan now 21 of the 30 for the Clovers. He has scored both trips down the floor for Cloverdale so far in the half. He's also been great from the line so far in this game. He has made 6 of 7. He came in about 68% on the season. One of the rare 2-possession leads in this game. That's a long 2.
Oh, nice shot.
No problem for Garner. Garner just a sophomore.
Boy, we're seeing some real youth out here really starting to come alive.
Speaking
nice
of,
play. Atta-way, big guy.
Ishmael Kateka with 7. Again, he's averaging a double-double. He has played, this is his 5th varsity game. Jefferson goes right back at him.
I think 24 is starting to get a little attention here from the coaching staff.
Long 3, Kateka. Right idea.
Oh, don't do that.
Yep.
Oh, great effort.
Yep.
You seen it coming, didn't you, Greg?
Yep.
Hey, you love it. You don't want to criticize going after the ball.
The first play was great, trying to tip it back up without coming back down. You understand just being locked in and going after the ball.
Yeah, listen, you can't say nothing there because you can always tone it down but can't always speed it up, and he was going at the rim.
Good basket cut. Just missed it. You'll take that every time down.
Absolutely. Getting back to your theme of old school, just coming off that high screen pick and looking for the ball right there.
Halfway down, popped out Johnson. Rebound.
There you
score.
go.
Levi Johnson gets his first field goal.
And Clover now needs some of those players to get that 1 or 2, 3 buckets.
Nice catch. Just missed the shot. It was just a little quick. Not in terms of taking the shot, just kind of rushed the actual motion that time. Tough take that goes. Shooter rim for Shable.
This young man shoots the ball with a lot of confidence and under control. I like the way he plays.
Well, up to a 6-point lead now for Cloverdale. And steps called.
And that's why I talked about getting off to that good start early. So far, Cloverdale has a little bit of an edge here.
And
here's your timeout.
30-second timeout called by South Putnam. We'll keep it here. This 30-second timeout brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications doesn't just provide ordinary internet service. Their blazing fast, high-speed, favor-based internet is a game changer. Don't settle for less. Switch to Endeavor for the winning play and connectivity. Visit weendeavor.com or call 1-800-922-6677. Endeavor Internet, your fiber connection, your victory. You and I both know John Brush, assistant coach at Cloverdale.
What a great guy.
Spent many years as a Rose Holman assistant coach. Done a lot of broadcasting over the years as well. And in talking with John yesterday, he goes, we're getting better. He goes, we're not far away. You see that in action for Cloverdale tonight.
Well, there's just no substitute for that wisdom of coaching staff there. I mean, what a great staff they put together there to teach these young kids how to play the game how hard you have to play, smart decisions. It's more than just the athleticism. It's all the intangibles that wisdom and the coaching brings to the table.
Still man-to-man here by South Putnam. It's an all-man by the Eagles, all zone for the Clovers. Right idea, just Kateka was kind of digging in. Let's see what the call is. Was he being held? Yep. So that's the reason why he couldn't go get it. Harris called for the bump. And no play in this game has more than 2 fouls. South Putnam, as expected, has played 9. Cloverdale, also as expected, has played 7. Kateka, again, don't bring it down.
Nice pass.
Just shoot it and put it right
Absolutely.
up and
Great call on your part, Greg. We just talked about that. Big guys, if you play up top all the time, he's going to be a scorer.
Tough shots. Doesn't go. And Jan, all of a sudden, be a double-digit lead here for Cloverdale.
South Putnam's really kind of went cool here. They got to find some hole. Oh, good defense.
The steal, then poked right back away. Who touched it last? I think South Putnam did. Yep. Off the hands of Garner. Good hustle in both directions.
Absolutely. Take a look at the replay. Just quick hands.
You know, guys that are scorers don't always bring the effort the other end. That's good to see from Duncan.
Yeah, and you talk about all the things, getting back quickly on transition.
Yep.
Saved a bucket. Small little things all the time.
All the little things when you're building a program
Absolutely.
are noticeable.
Not there.
Duncan fires. Not that time, but Ian Johnson goes and gets it.
Johnson's had a couple really good plays here in this third quarter, Greg.
That's the 5'10" power forward for the Cloverdale Clovers.
You know, sometimes effort is as good as height and strength.
And again, throw it up. Let the big fella go get it.
And he's getting comfortable. He's really getting comfortable with the ball. South Putnam needs a timeout.
First double-digit lead of the game for either team. Clovers lead at 41-31. We're back in 30 seconds. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on ISC. McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
God, there you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Lynn's way.
That is Wrestler! Wrestler! Whoa!
Well, Jahaven Duncan's scoring numbers certainly got your attention coming in. And you and I were fortunate enough to kind of be there to see guys like Cooper Neese and Jalen Morgan. That's such a high bar. But Duncan has been awfully good tonight.
He really has. Smart decision, a little hesitation dribble right there. I just like the way that the Clovers have really come out in this third quarter and executed. Now, on the other side, South Putnam hasn't necessarily not executed, but they've not got as quality a shot as they were getting early on. Remember, we highlighted all the elbow shots. We haven't seen an elbow shot in this third quarter.
So 41-31. This is really a one-possession game, almost the entirety of it until just now. 8-0 spurt by Monrovia.
This is a big possession right here for the Eagles. They need a bucket the worst way.
Benton fires, misses.
Oh, man, that's good offense, Greg. Just didn't go in.
Attack again, snaring everything. Great deflection, but the big fella probably rushed the shot a little bit there, and then a foul going the other direction against Toby Hart, which will be his third. Great defensive work by South Putnam. That looked like a layup on the pass.
Well, and that's what their coaching staff talking about. Listen, we're not shooting real well. We got to find defense to turn into offense. We're going to get back in this game by getting steals and really doubling down with our pressure.
Klein back out there for South Putnam. And they have been liberal with their substitutions tonight. Hart will sit for a minute with 3 fouls. Duncan read the passing lane. Foot race to get back, takes the bump, and gets the bucket. And for a third time tonight, we'll have a chance at an and one.
And I think I might have seen a smile on Coach Hart's face for the first time. really like that. He likes the way his team is playing right now. We talk about this all the time. Good things happen when you play hard. I was talking about the keys to the game. It makes up for some things you may do wrong here and there, but when you play hard offensively and defensively all the time and you play at a level that these coaches want, good things happen.
Second miss in the line from Duncan. Klein was open for a moment. Flying pass, couldn't stop.
Did they need that? Greg, they needed that in the worst way.
Garner was 7. 43-34.
Starting to pick up here a little bit. I like it.
Well, all of a sudden, for South Putnam, again, you saw it get to a dozen. Duncan, wild shot. Almost got it to go. But again, bumped on the way. He'll get free throws.
This young man right here is deceiving, man. He maneuvers. He handles the ball. Decent shooter. He gets the most out of what he's got as anybody I've seen in a while.
5'11" senior. Got that to go. Of course, we mentioned Cooper Neese and Jalen Moore. Cooper eventually would make his way to Indiana State. Jalen was, after being a star in junior college, played for Greg Campy at Oakland. I saw Jalen last year at the IUPUI Oakland game. Chance to catch up with him there. 26 for Duncan. Jefferson going to work. Katekis holds his ground.
Yep.
And saved in bounds to Cloverdale. Good look ahead.
Oh,
right
tough
idea.
pass.
Even though he threw the wrong pass
Yep.
again. The mistakes Cloverdale's making, you're like, are all ones you're like, hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
They're all hustling after mistakes.
Great idea. Just got to execute that pass. Now, down at the other end, what I want to see him do is go down and use his legs, go up strong, and force the official to get that call in the back. But you're not going to get that if you don't use your legs going up strong to the hoop.
Garner got just a little excited to make his move to the basket. And just the 5th South Putt turnover. South Putt's lone win was North Putt 11 days ago. That was the season opener. Due to having to delay the start of the season for a little bit because of football success.
The Eagles got to find defense here. They cannot afford to allow this lead to get any bigger. They've got to shut these Clovers down right here, Greg.
Duncan's got a little ISO Joe here and got the look. Blocking foul. Jefferson comes underneath. Duncan will shoot 2 more.
Let's take a look at the call. These are kind of difficult as an official to call. Oh, he's moving all day.
Yep.
That wasn't even close.
Yep.
Even I could have called that one.
Our crew's been awfully good tonight.
Yeah, it has been really good.
Duncan misses that one. Witt will come back in. It's Mullen that will come out. I'm not sure South Putnam's got to have one of Harris or Jefferson in the game the entire time.
Well, there's no question Cloverdale's cashed into the free throw line. That's where they're winning this game.
Well, as talked about, Duncan has more
good
free
movement.
throws than his teammates.
That's as good a movement, Greg, as they've had since period number 1.
And Switzer gets his first bucket.
Really good ball movement that time by the Eagles.
That's a 10-point Cloverdale lead with a minute left to go in quarter number 3. And Duncan can be called for the offensive foul. Extended with that off arm. His second foul. And obviously when you play really 6 or 7, fouls can add up quickly.
Yeah, they can.
Only Hart has 3 for Cloverdale. On the shot, yep. Late was the right one. He got bumped on the way out.
Yeah, and that's a defensive mistake by the Clovers, and he does a really good job of recognizing that nobody really had him straight ahead, so he went to dribble drive, and nobody helped out, and that's a good decision on his part.
But to your point a trip or two ago in terms of free throw disparity, 14 free throws attempted by Cloverdale. You're going to see free throws 4 and 5 for South Putnam.
And a game like that just never fails. Gardner with a really good move there. He's a sophomore. Boy, sophomore, freshman.
But part of that is the amount of zone that Cloverdale plays.
Very good point.
You're not going to get a lot of fouls called in that scenario. Kateka able to hang on to it. (46-37). Almost a carry or a double dribble. Probably could have been. Clovers, let's see if they're trying to hold for a last look. They do have the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Won't be a last look.
That is huge.
Because it was a good look.
Listen, that is confidence 101.
Duncan with 29. However, that confidence may have boiled over. He's going to get teed up, which will be a personal foul, his third. So 2 free throws, then the ball back for South Putnam. And Joey Hart will ask for an explanation.
The important part is that's his third foul.
So Garner will shoot 2. Connects. Well, he got a late start on this one, but one more free throw away, and he is in double digits, and he averages 13 a game. Came in 13 of 19 on the season from the line. And has just made 3 of his last 4.
He wants to take him out. Let's see if he does. He doesn't want to get that 4th foul. And here comes the sub for him, Greg. He's their go-to point guard, so let's see how long they can afford to keep him on the sideline here.
So Desmond Alexander, who played the junior varsity game, now will come on, and maybe for the last just 15 seconds, that's it.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're probably right.
Just to play defense and then bring him right back in. Benson. Trying to track that down by Witt, but time is of the essence. Benton fires, got a good look.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't get it to go. The tip by Jefferson, not in time. It was a 3-point game at halftime. It got to as many as a dozen. Cloverdale will take a 9-point lead to quarter number 4. We're back in a moment on ISC.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn. What a swim. 6 of them.
And let's thank our ISC Sports Network crew, David Kahn, Chase Eisnagel, Beckett Kelly, Dalton Cox, and Vince Morales, alongside Jan Bozier. Greg Rakestraw with you. Cloverdale has built up a 9-point lead, looking for their second win in as many tries against a Putnam County rival. And they won their season opener at the Gobbler event over at Rose Holman, beating Greencastle 77-64. That counted as the league game between those two teams.
Cloverdale with 22 points in that third quarter, and South Putnam with 16. That's a lot of more offense than they have had in any one quarter, so it picked up a little bit, Greg.
Little more intensity on the defensive pickup here from South Putnam to start the fourth quarter.
And I think that's what they just talked about. Listen, you got to make up some points. You're not going to make it all the way on offense. You got to get some defense to offense, some transitions, some steals.
Shable goes right by his man. Got a good look that would not go. Garner tracks it down. Switzer at the other end, and that's 4 on Duncan.
And that's a great start for the Eagles. And, Greg, that was pressure. Their pressure bothered Cloverdale early, and they get a freebie out of it. Take a look. Not a bad shot. The ball's tossed out, but here's a hustle play, and a hustle play pays dividends.
And if you're Duncan, you know you can't go after the ball, and you just got to let that go.
Yeah, you don't want to compound that by getting the foul. And, well, almost 4.
It will be.
Now, a no-no 2 times in a row by Cloverdale. Now it's a 2-possession game. That's how quick it can happen.
In the blink of an eye, it becomes 5. Now a foul called against Blake Witt. Should be his second foul.
And I like the Eagles in full court press right here. You don't always have to get a steal here if you can just cause some uncomfort in the offensive passing. At times you can force a bad pass.
Duncan will sit now for a little bit. Not sure how long it'll be. This may just be kind of, hey, take your breath, get your heart rate down. We need you back out there. Because a near turnover just happened without him on the floor. But Johnson on the drive, blocking foul, yep, on Jefferson. And Levi Johnson will go to the line and shoot 2. Foul on Jefferson, his 3rd.
This young man plays at one level, doesn't he? He just goes after it. My type of guy. I like kids who just, regardless of sport, just play hard.
We referenced this earlier. 14 free throws shot by Cloverdale, 12 of those by Duncan. So on the season, he has gone to the free throw line 37 times. His teammates, 24. Johnson, 4 of 6 from the stripe entering tonight's game. Cloverdale will take part in the Wabash Valley Classic next week. 16-team event featuring teams from both Indiana and Illinois.
Cloverdale has done a relatively good job of hitting free throws tonight. We talked about that throughout the game. Coming in, they were 66% as a team, but that's been much better tonight.
Johnson makes them both. And the lead is back to 7.
It's going to allow the Clovers to play a little more zone here.
Jefferson, no. Good look that wouldn't go.
Boy, they got a good shot, though, didn't they? He just did. Use the glass there. Use the glass.
And South Putnam, as mentioned, they can go back to the backcourt to get it. That was tipped, yep.
Good hustle by the Eagles.
They have really upped the defensive intensity.
Yes, they have. That's what it takes.
Switzer called for a foul.
Let's take a look here.
I think that was a bit of an anticipatory whistle that time.
I'm with you on that one. It happens. Listen, it happens. Tough part is that's his 3rd. That's the tough part about that.
And then he goes and gets it right back.
Good recognition. Oh, you got to finish that.
And a foul called and trying to keep Switzer off of the glass.
I'll tell you, Gardner's got a nice look. When he sees no defensive pressure, he goes right at it. A little more contact from that angle, but.
The oop, missed the dunk. And then a foul going to be called against South Putnam. And if that's on Jefferson, that's his 4th. And it is. So fouls all of a sudden have become an issue,
yes,
going in both directions.
Boy, that really stings for the Eagles. He's got some athleticism now. It's not going to be out there. I don't think they keep him out long. I just don't, Greg. Not with down 7.
Job by Schabel. Kateka off the window.
Oh, my.
Just didn't fall.
No, he did all the right things. That's a foul.
And then Johnson, as all of a sudden the whistles have picked up. And again, frankly, that's in favor of South Putnam's because, again, Cloverdale does not have the depth that South Putnam does.
They don't have the depth. That also continues to stop the clock, and the more they can do that and get the free throw line, no better way of catching up than stopping the clock and going to the free throw line. I guess we're not going to the free throw line yet. Nope.
Just the 3rd team foul.
Yep, 3rd.
But 7 fouls have been called in the first 90 seconds of the quarter. Harris high off the window. Harris, 4 points and 4.5 rebounds a game.
I'll tell you, the Eagles have got a little spark now.
It was 12. It's now 5. Wing 3, no.
Oh, good shot. Come off that back screen and got a good shot, didn't fall.
Peck was 1 of 2 from 3-point range coming into the game.
This
Missed
could be
that one.
This could be a big possession.
Shot blocked.
That's a good no call. And straight up.
Tech has got double-digit points with 11. He may be close in terms of rebounds.
Tough shot.
Duncan's been sitting for a couple of minutes now for Cloverdale. He's got game-high 29. Pull from the free throw line. Good look that wouldn't fall. Right idea, just didn't go for him.
Yep. That's a good shot.
Johnson just get rid of that in time. And a timeout called by Cloverdale. Full timeout, we'll step aside. 5:22 to play in this one. Cloverdale leads it by 5 on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
So 50-45 the score, Cloverdale leading it with 5:22 left to go. Greg Rakestraw, Jan Bozier with you here on the ISC Sports Network.
Well, I think defense has been the difference for the Eagles here, quarter 4. They understand the mission. They're still down a couple of possessions, but they got themselves back within striking distance by playing hard.
Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. The next foul by South Putnam sends Cloverdale to the bonus for the rest of the game. Still a foul to give for the Clovers, and if we get to a jump ball, the arrow points the way of South Putnam. Duncan back in, so he sat for right around 2 minutes. He'll have to play the rest of the game with 4 fouls. Jefferson remains on the bench for South Putnam with 4.
But that was a big play to be able to give him a little bit of rest and still kind of maintain everything. So their bench played a big role there to give him a little bit of a break.
Duncan. See if it's a foul or, yep, going to be a foul. That's free throws. Foul called against Cam Bozell. So Duncan will shoot 2. Duncan, 12 free throws taken, 9 made. Averaging 21.5 points per game coming in. Next free throw gets him to 30. Cloverdale trying to match their win total of each of the last 2 seasons. See if they go offense, defense for him here. Makes the free throw. Will he come out? Yep.
Good coaching move here. A lot of time to be played. You can afford.
Delay a game called against South Putnam.
Plus the fact you never take the ball out underneath your own bucket either. Not after dead ball.
Actually, the referee says, nope, my apologies, no delay a game. And he's walking to explain his no call to the South Putnam player and Wyatt Mullet.
There you go.
That gets erased. Official says, my apologies. Back to the zone for Cloverdale. Harris from the elbow. Good looking
really
shot.
Good offense. Down to the wing, and then the movement to the middle and got him a good shot.
Back to a 5-point game.
There's no question the Eagles defense have got them back in this thing.
But again, now because you took Duncan out for 4 fouls, now you don't have him out there for this offensive possession.
Well, he'll buy some time here. By 3.5, he'll have to get him back in.
There's a turnover. 11th for the Clovers.
They hit it here. Oh, my.
That wasn't touched.
Here it comes, yep.
So Duncan will come back in. Peck will have a seat.
Kind of gets to the point now who wants it the most.
Poked away. Again. And the ceiling, and Duncan's just got to let him go. Benton gets his 2nd field goal.
Just too much dribbling. You got to move here.
And this is the closest this has been in a while. Kateka.
Oh, how's that for the freshman?
Sometimes you're too young to know any better.
That's a great point. That's a big shot. I don't think he hadn't shot that shot all game. That was huge.
A little 10-footer floater. He's got 13 and he averages 15. Same shot,
There
other
we
end,
go.
same result.
Confidence building. Got a little game going on here. I like it.
Switzer with 6.
Good fun.
Duncan. Offensive foul, that's 5, yep. Just fouled out.
That's a smart defensive play. It really is.
So your top scorer with 31 tonight is now done with 3:39 left to go. And again, you can't leave your feet in that scenario if you're Duncan.
Yep. You got to know, and that's a learning part of the game. They'll go back and look at the film and go, here's what you did wrong. Especially, you got to know when you play with 4 fouls, here's some things you just can't do, especially down the stretch.
So a 3-point lead for the Clovers. They have led the entire second half. Really got a little more difficult, and steps called.
Shuffled his feet. But I will say this, Greg, South Putnam, Harris has really came in and played the middle really well. He's got some good looks. The big guy's moving well within the paint.
Full court pickup, and that will only intensify. Hart, catch and shoot 3, no. But touch last by Kateka.
Wow, what a possession now for the Eagles. Oh, didn't make it in time.
Three to tie it. Yes, sir.
I
The
love
line
it.
drive by Moselle. His 3rd made 3.
Listen, that's what a senior's supposed to do. I love it.
Right in your eye. Right back at you.
Who says they can't shoot? Now we got it.
Peck gets his first bucket. First bench points of the game for the Clovers.
Answering the bell. Big possession every time down. See, he brought the ball down. In the middle, never bring the ball down.
Jefferson still sits with 4 fouls for South Putnam. Again, short corner. Good look that wouldn't go. Kateka snares it again. And then Switzer blows a tire defensively. Harris, yep, that's going to be 2 free throws. That'll be his 3rd. It'll be Johnson, who has made his 2 free throws tonight, is 6 of 8 on the season. Both teams in the bonus now for the remainder of the game.
Shocker, free throws down the stretch. How important.
No problem.
Nice rotation on the ball. Gives himself a chance over the front of the rim.
Witt returns.
The Cloverdale's end up pulling this one out, Greg. Free throw sure will be a major part of it.
If they can win this with Duncan off the floor for the last 3 minutes,
That's the next level, isn't it?
that's a heck of a win.
Yes, it is.
It's a good win, period.
Yeah.
But
Whoever can pull this out is going to be a big win.
adds a little oomph to it. Doesn't have to be 3, but needs to be points.
Oh, my.
Close.
Oh, my.
Very close. Good rotation to get to the shooters in this zone by Cloverdale. The dish, and again,
The
great
big
job
guy.
by Kateka to wall up.
Freshman has played solid underneath, been a rim protector all game. Been smart about it, too. Didn't get a foul.
So Schabel now will get 2 free throws.
Look how he plays. See, as long as you play tall, you don't get those fouls. It's so important, and the freshman's doing it like a senior right now.
You can tell that someone has really worked with that young man on how to play as a big kid.
He's got great length, good hands, got good feet, and his IQ now how to play the middle. Man, it's got nothing but a huge upside.
But the old tired line is you can't teach height, right?
That's very
You
true.
can teach everything else around it, though, and clearly someone has done that.
Well, we've seen a lot of height not play as well as he has defensively, too.
Schabel makes them both.
Smart player for a young guy.
Back to a 7-point game, so 7 straight points after the 3 to tie it by South Putnam.
Tough against his zone.
3 in the corner, no, and Kateka grabs another rebound.
Oh, he got hammered.
And got fouled, yep. Kateka, 1 of 2 from the line tonight, 4 of 7 on the season.
Not a bad look by the Eagles. They just as of now, are not a huge three-pointing percentage team, but you got to shoot that.
South Putnam plays at West Vigo on Friday. Cloverdale makes the trip to Brown County, and the freshman gets another.
Well, that 66%'s got to be up around 70-something after tonight's free throw contest. Eagles got to go, Greg. They got to go.
Players not named Duncan now have gone 8 for 10 from the line. Make it 9 in a row for the Clovers with 1:35 to play. That was tipped. Yep, there was a touch there by Shable.
The thing that the Eagles are not doing is they were getting in the middle. The big guy's not out there right now, but everything's exterior, and they're letting that clock.
There's that line drive through. Does not go. Jefferson the rebound. Missed it. And then on the effort to save it.
You feel for the guy. He's working his tail off. Just didn't fall, but he's been really active around the rim tonight.
Let's also note that until tonight, the fewest points that Cloverdale had allowed all season was 64, their season opener. South Putt sitting on 54, the minute 27 to play.
Jefferson's played well today, just had some bad luck.
That's tough, yep. But then the shot left short. Second chance, left it short again. Third time, couldn't get it to go. And unfortunately, Drew Klein just could not get that one off his hands. And then Klein commits the foul. And then obviously this would be normally where Duncan's in the game and every inbounds play is being run for him. Chable was 4 of 5 on the season from the line. Connects. So he came in averaging 13. He's sitting on 9. Last time that the Clovers beat South Putnam, December of 21. And the lead is back to 11. The largest it was 12 in the third quarter. 11 unanswered by the Clovers.
Well, the Eagles have had to rely on really long threes here in quarter 4, and it's just not been kind to them.
And they've gotten good looks. They're just not falling. Benton gets
There
that
you
to go. And a timeout going to be taken. Full timeout by South Putnam. Let's step aside. 58 seconds left to play. The lead is 8 for Cloverdale at 65-57. We're back in 30 seconds on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
65-57, Cloverdale. Trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. Trying to get their second league win and get their second win overall, I say, and second league win as well.
Been a good game, been a fun game. Both teams, I think, took a step forward. One's going to fall a little short tonight. But I think as far as what you want to do in the next progression, both teams have played hard. Both teams had a shot. Unfortunately for the Eagles, they just had some shots that did not fall. We may be talking something a little different here.
Johnson used that strength to not move, and that's not the shot you want there.
No.
Peck let it fire, and then a foul at the other end, 2 free throws.
You don't want to do either one of those. You don't want the shot, you don't want the foul if you're ahead.
So Witt to shoot 2. He is 1 of 2 at the stripe this evening. And connects. South Putnam 6 of 9 at the stripe tonight. Make it 6 of 10, but good job by Witt to crash.
Got to shoot, boys. Got to shoot.
Witt obliges and misses. Weak side glass is going to be South Putnam ball. Johnson could not corral it. 3 of your better shooters now come in. And both teams trying to go defense, offense as best they can here. Moselle gets a look. He's already made 3. Fight for the loose ball. Witt fouled, and he'll get 2 more free throws. But about 20 seconds transpired between the free throw attempts here for Blake Witt.
Blake Witt.
Witt averaging 3 points a game, has 5 tonight. 7 of the 9 that have played for South Putnam have scored this evening.
Five-point ball game. This thing ain't over with yet.
Schabel just hangs on to that. Johnson.
Nice pass.
He'll take that layup. Hart got it. Toby Hart's first basket of the game just might seal it for Cloverdale.
That was huge.
7-point game. 3, no. Jefferson crash. Jefferson shot, no. Again, one final look, does not go. And Cloverdale has the road win tonight. And they do so with their best players sitting for the last 3 minutes because of foul trouble. Clovers win this one 67-60. Jan, your final thoughts.
I'll tell you what, a fun game. Now, you called it a couple times old school, but I just like an old-fashioned play hard. You know, unfortunately for the Eagles, they had some good shots, did not shoot the ball well tonight. They really had to rely on that 3, and that just is not their game. Cloverdale down the stretch hit free throws when it counted, Greg. That was the difference.
Duncan 31, Kentucky 15, and Schabel 12. Tonight's game brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com. For Jan Mosier, this is Greg Rakestraw. Good night from South Putnam. Clovers win it on the ISC Sports Network.